It's going to cover arms, some core work and some glute work. We're going to start around on all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're starting with a combination of leg pull, which is obviously a lot of core work, and some press ups as well. So we're going to alternate between the two. So I'll set you up nicely first, so we're nicely neutral, shoulders away from the ears. We want to have the wrists under shoulders, knees under the hips, and we want to just tip and tilt the pelvis. So we find those two extremes, and then we're going to settle somewhere in the middle. So we've got a soft arch through the lower back, and we can properly engage through our core by just gently pulling in our belt muscle, that muscle that goes low in the abdominals. Tucking the toes underneath. We're going to be exhaling to lift and inhaling to lower. So on the out breath, we're just pulling that belt muscle to lift, and then we inhale to lower. Exhaling to lift, inhaling to lower. We're going to do 3 more. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Making sure that we're lifting from the belt, we're not lifting by curling the spine. We've got 1 more here. Pulling in the belt to lift, and then lower, switching to press up. So the elbows go wide, nose comes down towards the floor, and then you press and away. Again, keep the shoulders down, keep your core engaged. If you want to make it harder, you just aim your nose further ahead of the body. We've got 3 more. And up. We're going to inhale on the way down and exhale on the way up. Last one. And up, going back to leg pull. Exhaling to lift, inhaling to lower, or you're going to stay here for a count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting the knees back down, turning the crease of the elbow so that it's facing forwards. And we're going to bring the elbows back towards us this time, so tricep press up. So again, inhaling as you come down, exhaling as you come up. Inhale and exhale. Again, the further forward you take the nose, the harder it becomes. Last 2. You want to keep the shoulders down, core engaged. Back to leg pull, lift and hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting down, going back to wide arm press ups. Going down and then up. So the elbows go wide of the body. 3 more. Inhale, exhale, shoulders down, core engaged. We've got 1 more here. And press, remember turn, tucking the toes, lifting up, either holding the knees or lifting and lowering. You're doing 5 lift and lowers, or you're doing a count of 5 to hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down with the knees again, swiveling the crease of the elbow so it's facing forward and back to tricep dips. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last 2. Shoulders are down, core is still engaged. And finish. Untucking the toes. We're going to keep our spinal alignment, keep everything as it is, shoulders down. We're going to extend the leg away behind, lift up by squeezing the bottom, and then flex the foot. Now we're going to pulse the leg up towards the ceiling by squeezing the bottom. We're going to go for 10, 9, press the heel away, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the leg back on in. Extend the other leg away without moving through your centers. Everything stays still. Squeeze the bottom to lift. Toes flex towards you, heel presses away, squeezing the bottom to lift and lower. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Not lifting the leg too high because we don't want the back to move. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming in underneath you. Again to the first side. Everything stays still through the center. Squeeze the bottom, lift, flex the toes and pulse. If you want to make this harder on your core, you slide the other arm away, opposite arm, and you hold it there, still through the center. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back down, switching sides, pulsing the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, shoulders down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set on each side. Lengthen, lift by squeezing the bottom, flex the foot for 10, 9, core engaged, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, squeeze the bottom, 2, 1, back and in. Last time on this side. Lengthen, lift, flex the toes and pulse. Remember you staying as still as you can through your center. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back. Taking yourself down onto the mat now, so swiveling the legs around if you need to. Coming down onto the floor. Feet are flat to start. I'll add you different layers or options with this one to make it harder if you wish. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to be nice and relaxed across the chest. You want to try and keep that open sensation. Feet and knees are hip distance apart, so in line with your sit bones. And then we just roll the pelvis. Find that nice neutral alignment, so that midpoint like we did before. Hip bones, pubic bone are roughly level. Soft arch through the lower back. You're not jamming it into the mat. You're not allowing it to flare and lift. Once you're there, relax the legs and draw in that belt muscle across the lower abdominals. Hands are going to go behind your head, but we're going to keep that open feeling across the chest. Your hands are just to support your head. Try not to pull your head up. Okay, they're just to support. So inhale, draw in your belt. On the out breath, we're going to curl up through the spine. So we lift the head and shoulders up. Come up as high as you can. Inhale. And then exhale slowly back down. Always come back to your neutral alignment. As you curl up on the out breath, the lower back pushes into the floor. You're trying to draw up as high as you can without jamming the chin to the chest. And down. So you exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. If you want to make this harder, you can float the heels off the mat so that when you come up, you've got the weight of the legs hanging off your pelvis. Coming back to neutral when you come down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Toes need to be light on the mat. Option 3 is you come into your double leg tabletop and then work from there. Curling up. Coming back to neutral at the bottom. Exhale. Inhale. We're going to do 5 more like this. Remember, don't jam your chin to your chest. Just support your head with your hands. Last 2. Keep the movement slow and controlled. We're going to add oblique. So you're going to curl up, and as you do, opposite hand to the outside of the opposite knee. And back. Curling up, reaching that hand, and then back. Reach the hand, and back. Again, not pulling on the head, keeping the chest open, elbows wide. Exhale up. Inhale back. Remember, you've got your different options with the legs. You could go back to them if you start to get tired. Feet flat. Or you can stay in your double leg. As long as when you come back down, you're back into neutral before you curl back up again. We're going to do 3 more to each side. 3. and 2, and 1, elbows wide still, one leg down, then the other. Sweep the arms around to your sides, keeping that open feeling across the chest. We're going to switch to the glutes now. So pull the heels a little bit closer to your bottom, especially if you get tight hamstrings. Find that neutral alignment first. So soft arch in the lower back, drawing that belt muscle, and then we're squeezing the bottom, tipping the hips into the mat so the back does flatten now before you start to peel up off the mat. Inhale at the top, exhale as you curl back down. You're trying to bring one vertebrae at a time up off the mat and one vertebrae at a time back down. Squeeze the bottom, peel the hips. Now we're going to add a little bit more work through those glutes. We're going to bring one heel up, bring that leg to tabletop. You're doing exactly the same thing but with one leg. So squeezing the bottom, tipping the hips, peel your way up. Inhale at the top, exhale back down. And again, squeeze the bottom, tip the hips and come up, and curl back down. 2 on the other side. Squeeze the bottom, tip the hips, curling up. Squeeze the bottom, curling up, and then curling back down. This time we're going to switch to just coming straight up with the hips. So we go back to the first leg, squeeze the bottom, but you're lifting the hips straight up towards the ceiling. Lift, come towards the floor, but don't touch it, and then squeeze and back up. Down and squeeze. We're going to see if we can do 6 to 8. 6, 7, and 8. Coming down, switching sides. Heel comes up, bring that knee to tabletop, making sure you're always engaged through your core, and then squeezing the bottom, hips go straight up. Lower but don't touch the floor, straight back up. 4, 6, last one, 8, drop the bottom, one more set to each side. Squeeze the bottom straight up. Remember, squeeze your bottom, try not to let the hamstrings take over. You also want to be driving up with your bottom, not by arching your lower back. Last 2. Drop down, place that foot down, last set. Squeeze the bottom and straight up. That's halfway there. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down with the bottom, down with the foot. Just hug the knees in, rock gently from side to side. And that is it. It's a quick little sequence, so you can repeat it, you can add more of some exercises or others. You can do go back and start again from the start. So just play around with it, add and take away wherever you need to build your strength, and enjoy. Thanks very much.